It all done. I'm joined by RNC spokeswoman Liz Harrington and Fox News contributor Doug Schoen. All right, Doug, I thought it was very eventful.
Yeah.
It was interesting the way they went about it. The moderators really sicking them on each other, instigating fights on the stage. I thought it was really interesting. And,
yeah,
of course, everyone took it to Joe Biden.
Yeah, and I thought Joe Biden did pretty darn well, better than he did last time. I think he surprised some of the pundits before this debate by his comeback from the attacks he took from Kamala Harris in the first debate. I think he's going to come out of this, even though he was attacked, largely unscathed.
Were you surprised, though, Liz, that they revealed the weakness in everyone's policy at some point was revealed on that stage? I mean, from a Republican point of view, they gave all the talking points.
Well, apparently Barack Obama's DHS chief is spouting Republican talking points just by saying we need to have a border. I do think Biden performed better than he did the first time around, low bar. However, I don't think he's coming out unscathed. He's coming out way farther to the left. Now he's on the record saying a Joe Biden administration, there's no place for fossil fuels. That is so beyond extreme. He's going way down the path to the left, and it's not going to be palatable to
I do also feel that he's going to have to answer some questions he was able to dodge last night on deportations, on decriminalizing the border. He was able to skate around them in part because the moderators didn't push him, although de Blasio tried his best.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is true. And in a multi-candidate field, it's a lot easier to dodge specific concerns than it is in a much smaller field. The other point is that the Democratic primary electorate is so far to the left that he has to move away from the positions he's taken before on things like the crime bill and health care and even the border to sound like a progressive, which, based on his former record, he is not.
I mean, Biden, I want to play some sound because Biden was attacked almost as much as President Trump.
Donald Trump, from Charleston to Baltimore to even the border, is using the tired old language of demagogues, of fearmongers, of racists to try to divide our country against itself. We know who Donald Trump is, but in this election, the question is, who are we as a people?
Number one, we can no longer allow a white nationalist to be in the White House, number one.
So the first thing that I'm going to do when I'm president is I'm going to Clorox the Oval Office.
You know, Liz, in a strange way, I feel like the Democrats actually elevated President Trump, and I'll tell you why. None of them said that all of us can beat President Trump. They all kept saying it's going to take someone special, and I'm that special person to beat him. And I thought they, in a strange way, elevated President Trump, despite those kind of hits.
Right. And I think over the course of both nights, it's very clear that there's not a clear front runner here. There's not someone that can take it to President Trump. And when you have a party that is now saying Barack Obama wasn't liberal enough, the guy who sent billions of dollars in pallets of cash to Iran, the guy who unilaterally rewrote immigration law to give legal status to illegal immigrants is not liberal enough in today's Democratic Party. It is so beyond extreme, and it's to their own peril, because no matter who gets the nomination at the end of the day, they're going to be so far to the left saying we're going to take rid of your health care, private care, give it to illegal immigrants for free, and we'll throw free college on top of that. How are we going to pay for that? Your taxes will go through the roof. That is not going to be palatable to the American people.
Liz makes fair points, but if we get someone like Joe Biden, I can tell you this move to the left now, he will move back to the center.
So it will be a bait and switch to Democratic primary voters?
It'll be a bait and switch, and you'll see two other people on the campaign trail who have not been evident so far, Michelle and Barack Obama. And that will be a very powerful antidote.
Is it something of an indictment of Joe Biden that they haven't stepped up already on his behalf?
I'm sure he would like them to. Most presidents stay out of primary elections, but given the back and forth between Trump and the Obamas over the years, I'm pretty certain we're going to see him very visibly after a nominee is declared.
After this was all just about over, there was one statement that more or less summed it all up, and it actually came from our mayor, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio. Take a listen.
This has to be the party that's not afraid to say out loud, we're going to tax the hell out of the wealthy.
So again, we get back to war on the wealthy, war on successful people, war on folks who are the epitome of the American dream.
Yeah, it was an attack on the American dream every way you look at it. When the attack on fossil fuels, the lifeblood of this economy, taxes through the roof. De Blasio says he wants to restructure society. Meanwhile, the economy's booming, manufacturing jobs are coming back. How is Joe Biden going to say he's going to bring those back when we're going to get rid of coal?
Yeah.
It is so extreme.
We've got to wrap it up, but I saw you were holding your wallet during that segment, so.
I was. Look,
We all will be.
I am one who believes that the Democrats have to be moderate politically on fiscal policy, also not emphasize redistribution, but emphasize growth. And we didn't hear that for the last 2 nights. That's a big mistake,
Right.
and I dare say a problem going forward.
Liz, Doug, thank you both
Thank
very
you,
much.
Charles.
Appreciate it.